Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited to do this video today because it's a little bit different than I normally do. So I had posted, actually I don't know what video it was on specifically, I was talking about something, like always, and a lot of you guys had requested a plus size intimacy video. I think it's when I did my last plus size lingerie haul. So a ton of people wanted me to do this plus size intimacy Q&A and kind of touch a little bit deeper on this subject, and I posted a picture on my Instagram and you guys left me a lot of questions to answer about this. So I thought we would touch on this today because I think it's like a really important topic to discuss. I know I personally used to be, you know, not totally in love with myself. I had a lot of body issues and a lot of problems with confidence, so I think that links a lot with being intimate with your partner and finding that comfort. So I just think it's important to discuss, and I know a lot of girls and women, anyone out there really could use advice when it comes to bodies and, you know, getting close to someone in that sense. I haven't really talked about this kind of thing before. I guess, I don't know if I'm really private about this kind of stuff, but I know it's important to talk about. So I have a lot of questions. Let's see how many questions we got on this. And I don't have my glasses on. My eyes are burning like crazy, so don't mind me. Okay, so we have over 100 questions. I'm kind of just gonna, I know a lot of people ask similar things, so I'm kind of just gonna touch all over on what I'm seeing here and do my very best. Obviously, one of the most common questions, the first person asked, I'm gonna start at the top and kind of just go through. Alexa Almazan said, tips on feeling comfortable naked around a guy, and I think that's obviously like a major thing that a lot of people are uncomfortable with. That's pretty much the whole point of this video. I've done a lot of videos on self-love, and pretty much everything comes with loving yourself first. That's like one thing I have learned over the years, is that pretty much until I loved myself, you know, you can't really give yourself to someone else, and that's a really, really, really core thing about being intimate at any size with any person. If you do not fully accept and love yourself, it's going to be extremely hard to let someone else love you or get intimate with someone. For feeling comfortable, you know, just outside of loving yourself and accepting your flaws, learning to love them. Like, we all have cottage cheese, we all got some stretch marks, nobody's got the perfect body. You know, everybody, at least everyone, is pretty much uncomfortable with something about themselves for the most part. I mean, not everyone's a superhuman. So once you kind of feel like confident and, you know, sexy with yourself, you're gonna feel more comfortable showing it to someone else. And I think it's important to have that comfort with someone. Once you have that solid relationship with someone and you feel it within yourself, it's a lot easier to show yourself to someone. And, you know, if you're working on that, that's awesome. And if you feel like you want to wear something that will showcase your favorite body parts and kind of hide your least favorite, you can do that too. That's totally okay. I mean, obviously self-love is a journey that takes some time. So if you need to like ease your way in and, you know, wear a baby doll lingerie top that kind of has a sheer overlay on your tummy if you don't love your tummy, or, you know, I don't know, you can take little steps like that to gain that comfort, but I think that that core, like, self-love within yourself is just super important when it comes to intimacy. I know I just went on a rant, but that's like such an important part of this whole topic, and it's something that I learned by myself over the years. Like, when I first became intimate with someone, I was very self-conscious about myself, and I was really nervous to get naked. So now that I fully like feel good about myself, I'm just like, I'm cool, like, you don't like my body, then peace out. But you know, that's just how it is. So I hope that kind of made sense. I think I just went way too hard on that answer. Too gay to function. I was always nervous about being intimate because of my size. I didn't want to do anything. Do you find it hard being intimate, being plus size? Not anymore. I mean, as I said, when I first became intimate with someone, I was nervous, obviously, for the whole experience in general, and especially body-wise, it's definitely nerve-wracking, but I don't think because of size should be an issue. I mean, it's natural to feel that way at first, but size doesn't hold me back at all anymore. I mean, my boyfriend and I have been together for years, and he's never made me feel self-conscious. He's always always embraced me and has never made me feel uncomfortable about my size. So I mean, if your partner makes you feel bad about your size, that's obviously a huge issue. You want to be loved for who you are, and you want to be comfortable with yourself on both ends. So, but personally, I don't find being plus size and being intimate any sort of issue for me at all. Shannon Lynn Kane, when you guys are intimate, does it bother when he touches your stomach? Do you always wear a tank top or something that covers your stomach? This is also a huge thing with a lot of women. Women are very self-conscious about their stomach. I have no problem. Only, like I'm saying, I didn't always love myself like I do now. I'm very, very comfortable with myself now, so I'm free bird. Like, I'm just poop. Like, I'm okay being comfortable and naked. So, I mean, back in the beginning, back when I was uncomfortable, I would probably, I remember feeling uncomfortable when he would touch certain areas. You know, I think we all have that body part where it's kind of like, ooh, but then once you like accept it and like you realize that the thing is about guys, like honestly, like if he's touching your stomach, he's not like, ooh, look at her fat rolls. He's just feeling on you, or she, you know, lesbians, gay, whatever. I think it's all great. This advice goes to everyone, no matter who's touching your stomach. You know, they're not doing it, unless they say they're doing it for this reason, but they're not doing it to like be gross. They're just touching you and loving you. So I'm very, very open with my stomach. I'm okay with it because it's just my body and I've grown comfortable with it. But it all comes back to you feeling comfortable with yourself. So I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. It's so relevant. Steph 1987, how do you feel confident in sexy clothes even though you can see tummy rolls? I struggle with being a mommy of 2. By the way, I love your channel. Thank you. Confident in sexy clothes even though you can see tummy rolls. So, I mean, sexy clothes, there's all sorts of different sexy clothes out there. I personally am a large fan of Spanx. I like Spanx a lot. I like everything to be smooth when I wear sexy clothes. There's nothing wrong with your tummy rolls. It's a matter of wearing what you're comfortable in. If throwing on a pair of Spanx is going to make everything smooth and make you feel confident, then, you know, do that. But it's pretty much what comes down to you feeling good in. If you feel good, it's going to exude radiance and confidence. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. And sexy clothes don't always have to be tight, you know. Show a little bit of skin here, a little bit there. You know, you don't have to show everything or being skin tight to be sexy too. So it's just a matter of finding that right balance of sexy and comfortable and what works for you. Jay from De Block, cute name. Where did I get my necklace? Oh, what necklace was I wearing in this? Oh, that was the necklace I got with Loie at Tiffany's when we went to LA together. It's my first piece of Tiffany jewelry. I'm wearing it right now. I love this necklace. Blah, it's Morgan. How to deal with chubby chasers. Nothing makes me angrier than I love bigger girls or being called a BBW. Okay, so this is so this is so touchy. I totally have been in that situation before a while ago. I honestly, I get it. Like that, honestly, I don't know if this is offensive to some people, but it's kind of offensive to be like, I love bigger girls, or being called, I don't know, so maybe some people it doesn't bother, it's just a personal opinion, but like chubby chasers, fetishes like that, I don't know, it always just made me uncomfortable. I definitely haven't faced that recently or in my current relationship, but in the past I've definitely seen it, especially on the internet. So how to deal with it, you know, if it's just, if you're uncomfortable by it, I would just say, you know, obviously that person is not someone you need to get involved with. But if it's annoying, then just, unfortunately you can't change people, but just ignore it if it's not something you like. I don't know, that's such a weird topic. Like, I've always wanted to kind of discuss that, but I never want to be like offensive. I don't know. The whole chubby chase thing always kind of weirded me out. I don't really know how to even describe that, but I mean, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing you can totally do besides ignore it or tell them to toodaloo, Edna. Laura Marie McGregor, how was your relationship when you first started dating and the first time being intimate? Were you worried? By the way, girl, you are a queen. I love you. I love you too. When My relationship when I first started dating, it was great. Honestly, Alan and I took it pretty slow, and it was different for me in that sense, and I really, really appreciated that. It was honestly just fun. Like, we kept things really simple for a while, and I think that's honestly really pure and beautiful. It's a little bit different than my relationships previously. I just remember having a lot of fun, and you know, kissing is fun before you take it to that intimate level. Once you take it to the intimate level, it's easy to want to stay there. So taking it slow and just enjoying kissing and holding and hugging and cuddling before you take it to that next level is honestly really nice. So we kind of waited a little while, which was nice. And the first time we were intimate, was I worried? Not really, because we had built that comfort. Like, we had built that safe place where I felt really good with him, and I felt myself, and I felt comfortable. So I really respected how our relationship evolved, and I think that's one of the reasons we were strong. And I don't know, that was something I really appreciated, that we just took it at the right pace for us. Hannah Monaco, the best positions. This is always, this was a topic that I'm sure was asked a lot. I think I saw that. Yeah, a lot of people asked that actually. So I never talk about this kind of stuff on my channel, so I just think it's funny to talk about this. That totally 100% depends on you and what you're okay with, and what part of your body is comfortable and what feels good for you. Everything feels different for different people. You know, my friend might like this, I might like that. All I can really say is, like, you gotta try a little bit of everything until you find like your favorite and what feels best. I know a lot of people are really uncomfortable getting on top when they're bigger. I know that's like a huge thing. So, you know, one thing you can do is kind of like have the guy sit up too, and you sit up so you're like closer together. That puts a little less strain on, or kind of like wrapping your legs underneath has always been really helpful for being on top. It totally just depends what feels good for you. Honestly, the only way you can really find out is trying everything and seeing what feels the best. Condescending Ginger, how can you get comfortable with a guy touching your stomach? Even though they say it's just soft, I feel like they can feel each and every stretch mark, and it makes me physically cringe. I would love your advice. I did touch on this a little bit, but like I said, like, your stomach and your stretch marks, your cellulite, whatever, it's just a part of you. And obviously, like, if it freaked them out, like, they wouldn't be touching it, and they're just touching it to feel you and to like experience you. So you have to take it almost just like they're feeling me, they're loving me. So you need to maybe get comfortable with your stretch marks and look at them and feel them, and then once you feel like they're okay to touch and feel and be okay with, you'll be okay with someone else touching them too. It's Jessica, does it hurt? I'm scared because many women say it does. That's so different for everyone. That's so different. All I can say is, you know, make sure it's with someone for the, I'm assuming you're saying for the first time. The first time is pretty crucial in my opinion. Just make sure it's with someone that you're really comfortable with, and that will make the process easier. But some people say it hurts and some people say it doesn't. Carly Patricia, at what age did you start to feel good naked? Love you and your videos so much. I'm happy to hear that. When did I start feeling good naked? Probably 4 or 5 years ago. Probably yeah, I would say about that time. Like, it evolved, and now I'm probably at my most comfortable, but that's when it started to really like start that self-love process and like feel good and good. But over the past few years, I have just fully started to love, actually I fully do just love my body now. I got a lot of questions on the stomach area and a lot of similar questions, so I'm kind of just touching on things I haven't seen yet. A lot of people are asking, like, saying that the man won't be able to look past you at a bigger size. That's so sad to me, and that's something that I definitely used to think about too. Like, oh, it's so frustrating because a lot of people think that they're like unlikable or unlovable or not sexy because they're a certain size, or they have stretch marks, or they have cellulite, or whatever. Like, it's just really sad to me because there's nothing wrong with you. And like, it's just sad that people think that you're unlovable or unlikable because of that. But like, once you accept yourself and like like you're okay with who you are, like then you'll finally get that you are okay as you are, and it's okay for other people to like you and think you're sexy and want to make love to you, whatever. So it's just really hard. It's just really hard to overcome unless you like work on it yourself. It still makes me sad because I know I used to think like that too, and I just see things so differently now, and I owe it all to my self-love journey and becoming body positive and happy with myself, and I don't want any of you guys to feel like that because I wasted a lot of my like good times not loving my body, and it's just, oh, I hate it. Just makes me so sad. So love yourself first, and then you'll finally understand that someone else can love you too, like, and want you. Faria Aliyah, how long should you wait before you become intimate with someone? That's super personal as well. Everyone is different. I think ultimately it comes down to you being comfortable and like content. And I mean, you know, some people want relationships and some people don't, and just make sure, you know, you want the same things, you're on the same page, and you're comfortable and it feels right. Ultimately it kind of just feels right or it feels wrong, and I think that your gut and the woman's intuition is so powerful, and I think it should be trusted. And I can't tell you, like, you know, everyone has their rules. I think Steve Harvey says make him wait 90 days. That's the rule. Some people are like, oh, first date. Some people are like, oh, fifth date. You know, everyone has these different opinions, and I can't give you mine because it's so up to you. Like I said, I waited with my current boyfriend. We waited a decent amount of time just because we got comfortable and we built this awesome foundation first, and that worked for us. So if that works for you, it works for you. Feline Katerina, her question is, with you being too close to Alan, how do you feel about his past relationships, if he's had any, and his past sexual experiences? Obviously, I know it's an uneasy feeling to think about, but I'm going through the struggle right now. It makes me sad thinking of what my boyfriend has done. She's not insecure or anything, but she wants to find out why it really bugs her out of nowhere for no reason. That's definitely an interesting question, and I totally think every woman has been there. Every person in general. Not even really just like jealousy, but like, you know, when you date someone new, you want to know about their past, and honestly, sometimes it's better to just leave the past in the past, and it's not, you know, you don't really need to go into major detail on past relationships, because why would anyone want to think about that? Like, you're with this person now in the present, so it's not always great to linger on the past because it's just going to like get in your head and mess with your feelings. So I think the best thing you can do is just like, if you need to briefly touch on it to be able to move on from it, lingering is just, there's no point in that because you're in the present now, you know, it's your relationship at this moment, so try not to let the past affect the present relationship you're in. Lister99, how did you and Alan meet? Oh, that's cute. We met, oh my gosh, we met like years ago now. It's so weird, it went by fast. We met at one of his jobs. I recognized him from his other job and I was like, hey, do you work at blah blah blah? And he was like, yeah. And then we started talking about the college that we both went to, and then I ended up saying like, I don't really know anyone there, like you should text me, and I gave him my number, and he texted me like an hour later. He didn't make me wait. Good job, babe. Margaret Elizabeth 143, any advice on being on top without freaking out about things bouncing around? I kind of touched on that a little bit too. Honestly, this is so important. My mom taught me this, and this has changed everything for me. My mom told me, literally, when your partner and you are making love, whatever you want to call it, honestly, they're enjoying it so much. The last thing they are thinking about are your fat rolls. They're looking at all your good parts, loving every second of it. They don't care about that stuff. They're happy to be intimate with you right now. Like, seriously, can you imagine like enjoying this experience and all you're thinking about is, oh my god, look at her fat roll? They don't care. They are so happy to be with you, and it's such an amazing experience. Like, they're not thinking about it like at all, and I'm just saying, they are not thinking about like your fat roll or your jiggles or anything like that. They are looking at everything good, feeling amazing. So like, don't waste your energy thinking about it, because seriously, they're not thinking about it. Let it bounce. No one cares. Jazzy Okanovic, how can you tell that a guy likes you for you and not because you're the fat girl who he thinks will take anything she can get? Seriously, that's a really important question, and I don't like to think that, you know, I hate that stereotype that, oh, you know, fat girls are desperate, they'll take whatever they can get because, you know, they can't get anyone they want, whatever. That is so not true. That is so not true. People are attracted to what they're attracted to, not just the chubby chasers, but some guys like them thick. They like what they like. Some girls too, whatever. Everybody likes what they like. There are obviously some guys out there who are not good and have bad intentions, but you have to trust your intuition and you have to trust how he treats you, and make sure you feel confident in him and the relationship. But honestly, pretty much you can tell when someone is trying to use you, if they're rushing you, if they're not treating you well. But don't let that stereotype freak you out and make you think that everyone is using you for your goodies because of your size, because there are absolutely a lot of good guys out there who like you for you and not just because they want to take advantage of you. The most awkward thing that's ever happened to me, Molly Grace Wright asked, I'm gonna be so real, the very first time I ever had sex, I farted. I'm being so real. It was so embarrassing. He didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Littleprincess.ch, I got sexy lingerie, but I'm too shy to wear it, and I don't know when I should put it on, when he is in the flat, when is the right moment to put it on. Any advice? Love you. Love you too. I think you should definitely try it on. I mean, if you got the lingerie, you must have obviously liked it, and you should show it off. You know, if he's in the flat, which is adorable. I don't think I've ever heard anyone around here say flat. You must be from somewhere else. If not, that's cool. It's great to put it on under your clothes and then kind of just, hi, you know, like, it's underneath, yay. Be like, oh, I got a present for you. It's under my clothes. And then he'd be like, what? Or you can go into the bathroom and then emerge looking like a goddess. Yeah. Pretty much what I do. Shep888, it's how much harder is it to get a guy when you are plus size versus normal? And this question's hard for me too, because like, I hate that there's normal and there's plus size. We're all just human. We're all just human, and it's so hard because there's so many stereotypes and assumptions that because we're bigger that we can't get a guy, like, or a girl, or whatever you're looking for. You just, like, we can't get it. And that's so not true. Like, as long as you're confident and you feel comfortable with yourself, like, that's what pretty much people are attracted to, like confidence and self-assurance and feeling good about yourself. I don't think it's harder to get a guy being plus size. I've never had any problems because I'm comfortable. So just be you, be yourself, be confident and happy and trust yourself, and Mr. or Mrs. Right will come along soon. And I think I just touched on most of those questions. I hope I got a decent amount of those covered for you guys. As I said, a lot of it comes down to you and yourself, and once you gain that self-love and self-confidence, everything falls into place. The second I decided to let go of my hate and my like disgust of my flaws is when everything changed for me. Like, everything fell into place, not just romantically, like my career, my path, everything felt so much better when I was just like, hey girl, like, you fine. Like, oh, why am I hating myself? Like, you only have one body and one soul, and why do you want to spend your life being miserable and disliking it? You know, take today to just be like, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna let this go, because I'm just wasting my life being sad and uncomfortable. And I swear, the second you look in that mirror naked and you're like, my stretch marks, my cellulite, you know, whatever, I'm okay. Like, I still look beautiful, and none of this defines me. And even if it does define you, because your body is your life and your story, you know, you might have gotten stretch marks from kids or cellulite from this or that, whatever, you know, it's who you are. Like, you don't have to be ashamed of it. It's just pieces of you. It's nothing different than the nail polish on your nails, or, you know, the hair in your arm, like your eyebrows, anything. It's just you. And like, it sucks that society has told us for so long that we're not allowed to love those body parts, but you're totally fine. So I hope this questionnaire, Q&A, whatever, I hope it's been helpful in any way, shape, or form, and I hope I touched on most of your questions. This was definitely a different kind of video for me. I was very open, but it's really important to talk about, because I learned all of this on my own, and it would have been good to hear someone tell me this back when I was younger. So I love you guys so much. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments about your feelings on this kind of stuff. And I will talk to you guys really soon. Bye!